Here's the menu. We're on item number 4. As promised, another Camaro. This is another 69. This one's a Rally Sport. It's for sale by our friends over at Champion Pre-Owned Classic Cars down in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. I was just messaging him with him earlier today, and I'm just trying to get the video queued up here. Yes, here it is. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
Oh, my
This is
God.
an
That is
original
gorgeous.
Rally Sport Camaro. And I had this car painted, and so many people like the stripes like on the orange car, but really, if you're a purist, and I'm somewhat of one, those stripes on the Z20 were only available on the Z28. If you didn't get a Z28 and you wanted a stripe, this was the stripe you got. There was a different stripe for the hood, but you didn't get this parallel stripes like on the Z on any of the other models. This is a Rally Sport, which of course that means it's got the hideaway headlights. It's got all the exterior. Car has factory air conditioning, automatic transmission, power steering, power disc brakes, 12-bolt rear, positive traction, a console with the gauge package, the tachometer, the spoilers, the Cal induction hood. It's a pretty well loaded up car. This car, however, does not have the original engine. It's got a later model LT1 engine, aluminum head LT1 engine in it. So it runs out extremely well. But it's a nice loaded up car. It's a great cruiser, and it's nice on one of these cars with air conditioning. But it's got all the extras to make it like that. This car's I've just put these wheels on it. I have the Rally wheels in raised white letters that were on it, so it could go either way with either this or the Rally wheels. Some people might like those better, but I kind of like the hockey stick stripes on them. You don't see that many because so many people now think that they like the Z28 stripes so much better. But it just matter what turns you on, so to speak. But it's an unusual car with the options it's got, and a good solid car. This car is painted in the factory color of dusk blue. In '69, the Camaro offered 3 different blues. This is the darker of the 3. There was a lighter blue, and then the most popular was Le Mans blue, which is similar to many people know of. They called it Marina blue in '67, and in '69 it was Le Mans blue, which was very, very popular on these cars too. But this is the dusk blue, which was one of the 3 blues that they offered in '69.
So yeah, thank you so much to Barry at Champion Pre-Owned Classic Cars down in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. If you like what you're looking at, the number's on the screen. Top of the screen is his web address. Please visit him or give him a call. He will be happy to discuss that with you. I was speaking with him earlier today, and that car is still in stock as of this afternoon. Reactions. I think it's Rob's turn for the first reaction.
That was always one of my dream cars on the '69 Camaro, but the Z28. But that's just as close.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, he's got a nice orange Z28 that he sold yesterday. I was going to have that on. And he said, "Oh, I just sold it," and so we put this one on instead. But go ahead. Did you have more on the Camaro or?
Nope.
Sure. Michael?
Yeah, when he mentioned the engine that's in it, it's the same engine that technically would be in the Corvette, a LT1.
Yes. Definitely. And Virgil?
Oh yeah, I love that color blue, and the hockey sticks on the side. Yeah, I'm glad he explained that the RS was the one with the regular stripes. With the regular straps that go down the middle there. So I'm glad he explained the hockey sticks.
Yes, and it's nice. Yeah, it's nice he gave us a little bit of history of whatever, what was involved with the RS, what that meant exactly.
Yes. And then the hideaway headlights, always one of the greatest options.
Yes. They always look cool when they flip those up and looks like something's about to happen,
Yeah.
Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, as usual, I have a robust lineup of muscle car entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time hanging out with us tonight, I hope you have a good time with us, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for another fun-filled episode. Now, normally, and I have to say this, normally we go out to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube, but unfortunately, we're having some technical problems with Facebook right now, so we're only going out on YouTube. So I apologize if you're having trouble finding us tonight. I did post a link to YouTube on all of the places we usually go out to on Facebook, but it's just it's a thing that Facebook is doing, and we've got to roll with it and get creative. So I thank you for your patience on that. Now, to our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you guys are the ones who make this possible, and we very much appreciate that. We do have comments coming in. That's a good sign. Let's see what people have to say, and we'll get this party started. Our good friend David at Alaska Railroad says, good evening to Mike and members. Working good on his end. Well, glad to hear that. Thank you, because we've got gremlins in the system tonight. Yes. Let's see. Oh, and Mike Whiteside, our good friend, says, hello, fellas, loud and clear in Illinois. Good to see you on here. We appreciate that. And our good friend Ben at Vintage Mini Bike Lovers says, good evening, sounding good here in Carterville, New York. This is an opportunity for a shameless plug. Ben and I are going to be doing a vintage mini bike podcast this Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're curious about that, if you like those old mini bikes from the 60s and 70s, just tune in right here at 8 o'clock Eastern Time Sunday night, and you'll be able to join in the fun. Also, our good friend Kevin Culhane, regular viewer from Sudbury, Ontario, says we're coming in loud and clear. Well, that is good to hear, because we are working for it tonight with the technical issues. But as they say in showbiz, I don't know if this constitutes showbiz, but they say the show must go on, and so it will. Gentlemen, how are we all doing tonight?
Not bad.
Great. I'll go with showbiz.
Yes. This is the glitz and glamour of Hollywood that everyone talks about, right?
Hey, Michael Delage has the lights. He's got the glitz and the lights over there going.
Well,
great
it's
look.
because I'm using a laptop because my desktop computer it's not working with the webcam.
Yeah, he's having some gremlins too. It's that kind of a night, I guess.
Show
But,
must go on.
It does, and it will. Speaking of which, item number one. This is a video from our good friend Scott over at Flippin' Customize. He's a frequent contributor to this podcast, and he's given us some video clip. In fact, we've watched part 1 and part 2 of this in weeks past. Tonight we're going to look at part 3. So let me cue that up. And while I'm doing that, I also give a shout out to the Muscle Car Club of New Hampshire, because this is an event he was filming at, and they do a lot to help with this podcast as well. And okay, here we go. It's taking a moment for this to load. I was worried it wasn't going to load, but it looks like it is. Cross your fingers and toes, everyone. And here it is.
Onto the channel. All right, guys, we stopped by the Adaptive Driving Experience booth here with Danny. Can you tell us a little bit about this, Danny?
Yeah, hey, how we doing? So this is a NASCAR Cup car that was modified, as you can see here with the door. This seat here swivels 90 degrees. Get a driver in there, get the wheel put on for him, and Scott over here is going to help us put the door on.
That is awesome. Everything's quick
Get
and
the
active.
door on there. We can pin it all up like that. Keep it
Gotcha.
safe. And then that door stand snaps in there.
Pit crew style, I like it.
Yeah. And then, as you can see in there, there's another set of controls. We've got a race car driver, sits on the right side of the car, keeps our veterans safe. They can drive with hand controls here. They can use their feet. They can drive, a couple of different ways. They get to go out on a racetrack and get a thrill.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the explanation, Danny. Check
Hey.
these guys out, Adaptive Driving Experience.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we just did a full lap to get all the show cars in this squelching heat. But you know what? It isn't raining, so we'll take it. And it isn't snowing, and we're not freezing, so we'll take that.
And off. Yep, it was shifted. Wow. gorgeous against the station wagon. Pretty sure my mother was driving that when I was there.
Goes to George Thomas. So George from this club, and he's been with us since day one, 3 years now. So thank you, George, for all you do, man. All right, on to the trophy.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. We're rolling on out of here. We just scraped the edge of a thunderstorm, so we didn't get poured on. We did cut the event a little early because it was scorching hot today, but still a good turnout and still a good cause, because you know what? It still benefits the adapted driving school for the wounded veterans, which is awesome. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Flippin' Customized.
So yeah, thank you so much to Scott from Flippin' Customized for that awesome video clip. By the way, if you like what you're just looking at there, there's a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Please patronize his YouTube channel because he does an excellent job, and he also does an excellent job at contributing to this podcast, and we thank him for that. Let's see, gentlemen, reactions to this. We'll start with Michael.
Yes, I'll make it short and sweet. The one thing that I was very surprised about is seeing a station wagon speeding faster than what it looked like. It looked like a Ford Mustang, and I'm like, nah, that can't be. I had to see that a second time.
Nice. I'm trying to find that, but I don't know if I will in time. But that was cool. I do know what you're talking about. That was cool.
I mean,
Definitely.
station wagons are just not made to race like that.
No, for sure. For sure. And Rob?
I'm surprised they had a car show on a drag strip. Last week
It was
we had
right.
a car
Oh,
show. We had
it
a
was
car
right
show on our
before
drag
these
strip, but
guys.
this weekend we have the drags because there's so many people show up with drags. There's not enough room for the car show, and we're heading down there with the snowmobile to the drags.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Oh, this
All
might
right,
have been
all
in
right.
here.
The color of the Chrysler.
Yeah, it was right after this.
And a rock.
Oh,
No, maybe not. Oh, well. I know it was in there somewhere.
yeah. Maybe it was after these guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
might have been
here
it.
we
Let's
are.
see.
Station wagon. Pretty sure my
There
mother
we
was
go.
driving that when I was there.
Yeah, that thing took off like crazy.
No, you
Definitely.
can hear the whine in that one, the hiss. Woo! It had a little scream to it there. There was what is that? That was either I think that was turbo right there, because you had to have that boost in order to take off.
Yes.
So yeah, so I think that was turbo in there. That wasn't your mom's station wagon.
No, that might have been abnormally aspirated.
Yes.
I'm wondering 400 horsepower maybe.
Oh, please, more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about the cubic inch on the engine had to be probably around a 400 or something.
Sure. Oh, and we've got a comment that's come in here too. David from Alaska Railroad says, "Nice cars, loved that Chevelle, I must say, and I have a special spot for those late '80s Monte Super Sports." And David is
yes,
a huge fan of the Monte Carlo. Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, cool. Well, let's put this one away and take a look again at our menu. Now, here's a little secret if you're a regular on this podcast. If you're ever wondering, is this live tonight or a replay? I always put the date at the very top there of the menu bar, so you can tell whether this is a live podcast or a replay. That's kind of inside information there. But it's time now for some announcements. time for Rob to talk to us about AMSOIL. Let's put him full screen here and see what he's got to say.
Okay, a number of times you've heard us talk about the AMSOIL Z-Rod oil, 10W40, 1030, 20W50. Any car 1980 and older needs a high zinc oil. AMSOIL's 14 parts per million. And a number of times we've also talked about AMSOIL's top of the line oil, our signature oil, our 5W30. It's good for 25,000 miles for 1 year. As high as 25% better gas mileage, pours at 60 below zero, we're around 20, 50 degrees cooler. And another product I really like, I call it a toothpaste container. It's our gear lube. Comes in automatic transmission fluid and all that, but you squeeze it out like a toothpaste container instead of trying to pour a bottle like this into a rear end. What a great idea AMSOIL came out with. And a number of times we talked about the AMSOIL additives, our quick shot for the ethanol problems, our injector oil to clean the injectors and stuff like that, and our stabilizer for when you're putting the car away. But AMSOIL just came out with a new product this week, and it's called, how did I get that on the screen? There we go. High foam shampoo for the power washers. And I've been doing a lot of studies on this, and it's the soap that cleans the car, not the water. And this soap's supposed to pick the dirt off, lift it off, and rinse it off. One coating. You put this, spray the car once with foam, spray it off with water, the car's clean. I've had a number of customers try it. They've been really impressed. So anybody wants more information about that, you can click on the link and get the AMSOIL catalog. And if you want to know how to get the best possible price, there's a preferred customer for $10 a month. $10 for 6 months, you can become a preferred customer and save 25% on anything you order. Anything you order over $100, you get free shipping. And this month, anybody orders more than $75 is going to get a free AMSOIL hat. I think it's for the next 2 weeks. Yes, it's until June 18th. So for more information about how to get the best possible price on the AMSOIL, and in the catalog, we list what the retail price is and what the preferred customer price right in the catalog. So if you want to get one of those catalogs, see how much money you can save on the AMSOIL, click on the link down below that Mike has available.
Outstanding. Yeah, and that's the best way to buy AMSOIL, clicking that link. Also, when you click our link, the link in the description, you're benefiting this podcast. Rob, I'm signed up as an AMSOIL dealer under Rob. So when you order through me, Rob and I both benefit, and the commissions I make go to help to offset the cost of doing this podcast. And I thank all the people who've been doing that. We cannot do this without you. We've got a comment coming in, and then we're going to we've got another announcement. Oh, here we go. David from Alaska Railroad says, "Great to see you back, Rob."
Feeling better. Slowly.
Yes, sure. Yeah, it is nice to have you back. And yeah, he's been under the weather here for a couple of weeks, but we've got him back where he belongs, and all is right with the world. Now, I've got a quick announcement also. I've been talking to you about Krager. I've been in conversation with the people over at Krager Wheels, and sometime in the very near future, we're going to be bringing them onto the podcast to hear about the Krager history and the backstory and the origin story, as well as a look at their current product line. And I've had people who have been sending me images and video clips of their cars, past and present, with Kragers. I'm going to pop this graphic up, and please consider showing us your Kragers. Please share images and video clips of your past or present muscle car with a set of Kragers on it. The video guidelines are real simple. Keep it under 5 minutes, and please, please, please hold your camera horizontal for a wide shot, because it's very difficult to edit vertical footage. And the email of where to send that is right there at the bottom of the screen. And we thank you in advance for that. And sometime in the very near future, we'll have our Krager person on, and we'll have a whole night with a Krager theme. So we're looking forward to that. So item number 3, we're going to take a look at a 1976 Chevy Corvette, and this car is for sale by our friends over at MGM Classic Cars. Let's cue that up here, and we'll take a look. And yeah, this computer's a little slow tonight.
And
Yeah,
hey, back to that other video, the first one.
Yes.
Hey,
Go
that adaptive thing looked pretty nice. The adaptive NASCAR thing.
Yes.
I thought that was a pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look into that one.
That did look amazing.
That'd be fun to ride around the track or go up a drag strip in that one, and just to have the hands on the wheel there,
Totally. That did look amazing. And I had a funny thought. It made me chuckle while I was watching that, everything they were going through, once the driver's inside. Imagine you get someone all inside there and say, I got to pee.
Well, hey, it's NASCAR. You got to pee in your suit.
That's right. That's right. I bet that happens too.
I was just thinking maybe they should do that for defensive driving. do the same idea.
Yeah.
Good
Some
idea.
companies do that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know some of our companies here take people to a course and there's a skid pad and all that. Teach them how to drive on wet water or on ice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Find the limits of adhesion for their car and everything. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
For sure. So I have that image, that video queued up. Let's take a look at this 76 Corvette from our friends at MGM. I clicked on it, but it's taking a minute to load. Here we
What's
go.
up, everybody? It's Mr. Jenkins here from MGMClassicCars.com, and today I'm bringing you this new arrival 1976 Chevrolet Corvette, one of 2,954 in this color. Runs great. Factory air conditioning, of course. It is disabled at the moment. It was really, really well kept. Always in a garage. Got an old school Alpine radio, and it still works and sounds great. These radios are getting up there when it comes to demand. It's got your cassette deck in there. There's all your gauges. L48. Not real high horsepower for this year, but very fun to drive. It still has a little bit of power. T-tops, of course. Got them over here. Paint's in pretty good shape. Interior as well. Overall, really nice example for one of these Corvettes. Goodyear Eagle GT2 tires, the correct Corvette wheels on there. Just a good looking car. As I said, runs and drives great. All your badging is there. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the hood. Hood lines up great, especially for a Corvette. All the body lines are pretty good. Your glass is in good shape. Everything's in pretty good shape on this car. As I said before, it was really, really well taken care of. Go ahead. This side. Doors open nicely, open really nicely. And they close nicely. What a great car. If you are interested in this Corvette, you could call 847-848-1850. Again, that's 847-848-1850. We have around 250 cars in stock. This car is located at our warehouse. Visit mgmclassiccars.com to visit and view details of this car and many, many others. Shipping all over the United States, open and enclosed, bonded and insured. And we get new cars in almost every day, and you're not going to want to miss a thing. So keep checking the website, keep checking the YouTube, because we get new stuff in every day. Our business hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., all by appointment only. My name is Mr. Jenkins, and it's been a pleasure showing you this 1976 Chevrolet Corvette. I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope to see you here at MGM Classic Cars, because this car looks great here, but it'll look a whole lot better in your garage. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
So yeah, thank you so much to our friends over at MGM for that awesome footage. Rob, reaction to that?
That would look a whole lot better in Mike's garage.
It sure would.
That's just a great investment, you know. You're never going to lose money on a car like that.
No. Yeah, for sure.
You might lose your license, but not your investment.
But not your investment. Yes. Nice. And Virgil?
Oh yeah, yep, great car. I love the colors. It's one of those where just give me a Miller High Life, you know. Same colors.
Yes.
Commercial there. And,
Yeah, for
and I
sure.
just looked it up online. It was pretty fairly priced there.
Nice. What are they asking for that?
22.
That's not bad.
22.9 for it. So not
Hey,
bad.
Virgil.
Not a
Virgil,
bad investment.
back in that year, my dad worked at General Motors,
Uh-huh.
and he had his station wagon painted that color. My bicycle was painted that color. My wagon was painted that color. Everything in our house was painted that color.
Sweet.
I say your dad worked in the paint department.
That's amazing. Cool. And Michael?
I'm going to say one quick thing. I still love this style Corvette, and I take it as a heck of a lot. I've never been in with this version of the Vet, but I bet you it's a heck of a lot easier to get in and out of than the 90s version of it.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
when it came out in 84, 85 time frame and it had a higher sills, this must have been a lot easier to get in and out of.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I really like about it. I mean, I like it from all the angles. I really like those wheels, but it really pleases me about this particular era is the look. Yeah, this angle right here, the look at the back from the back end, the tail lights, and this flying buttress just behind the windshield. That just really is pleasing to my eye, and the rest of it is too. But I really like that back end.
I like how everything says. If you look at it, it almost it's like seamless. You look at the whole back end.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's like it's one big piece.
Yep.
Definitely. Well, cool. Well, let me take this away. And so item number 4, we're going to hold off on it for a second for item number 4. We're going to do item number 3.5. Now, our good friend Elaine LaRiviere, here's an image of her and her fiance, both good friends of mine, our fiance Paul. She goes to Bentley's Cruise Night in Arundel, Maine, just about every week this time of year, and she always takes a lot of images and sends them to me. I put them into a montage with some music under it, and this week is no different. So let me cue that up here, and we'll take a look. You'll see a lot of smiling faces over there at this cruise night. And, yeah, this is awfully slow tonight. When I go to click on a video, it just hangs. But it's coming. Here we go. Yes, right here.
All right. So it's Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you so much to Elaine for those awesome images. Really appreciate that. And I think it's Virgil's turn for first reaction.
All right, there was a Plymouth in there, and if you go, if you go before that orange, what's it called there, Camaro, there was an orange something. I did not know what that was. Right there.
Yes, right there. I'm not sure what that is either.
I'm thinking Willie's.
A Willie's, but it's just been chopped so much you can't really.
Right.
Because that front end, I can't tell what that front end is because I don't know what peaks like that.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'm thinking 40s, late 30s, maybe.
Yeah, no 40s. Yeah, 40s, late 30s. Yes.
A lot of work went in that car.
Yeah. Because they attached all the bumpers to where they, there's a no seam in there, so all that, all that's been filled. Put in a lot of work in that one. Yeah. And then there's also a rat rod truck in there in the beginning, maybe about 4 or 5 cars in. I'm starting to think we got a purple theme going on today.
Definitely. Oh, right. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, go ahead. Did you have a comment on it?
I say that would be a daily driver for me.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Yes, daily driver comes spring through fall.
Yes. Now, if you note on the side, it says Bentley Warren. That's the same Bentley as in Bentley's Bar and Grill there.
Okay.
And in fact, there's a picture of him right there. Let me go back. That's Bentley and his girlfriend.
All right. Have to ask him what that Ipswich means on there. Is it Ipswich, Massachusetts?
Oh, it could very well be.
That's
your vision is better than mine. I'll tell you. I can just barely make out the Ipswich.
I had to use my pinchers on the phone there.
Yes. Cool. And Michael?
Yeah, I seen 2 MGs in there, a dark green one and that one. You just passed that one too. So I saw those 2 and my eyes lit up. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes.
Now I could see myself driving something like that. Not as a daily driver, but just to go to a car show. To me, it's just classy, convertible, low down. You go towards the back door and towards the back wheel, it slopes downward. I just love the styling.
Totally. And of course, you'd have to wear a tweed cap and a little scarf to drive that.
Yeah.
And maybe smoking a pipe,
Well, I could always be like Dick Van Dyke.
Yes.
He always liked to drive the classic Jag that was like this.
Yes. Nice. And Rob?
What a great selection of European, like the MG. There's a really neat green one there with the fenders, the wheels on the outside. Yep, you just passed it.
Right. I'm trying to pause it right there.
Yeah, that one. Yes. That looks like a real sports car.
Is that a Lotus?
A Lotus, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was an MG. Oh.
No, that's a Lotus.
Yeah, and the next one, that Corvette, that was quite a paint job on that Corvette. You really look at it.
Yes.
The way
it
they
goes from
blend
dark blue to
the
purple.
right, and gets
We got a purple theme tonight.
Yeah,
definitely.
They have a great selection at that car show of different variety of cars.
Yes, and it's a good mix every week. And there's Paul. I don't think that's his vet, but that's a nice C7 right there.
Yeah, looks like a 17 through 19 there.
Yes. And that purple Nissan pickup, that's Derek Rabita's pickup truck. He goes to that a lot, and he's a frequent contributor to this podcast. And seems like there was something else. Oh, there's Elaine, and that Porsche. There's another MG. Oh, right there, a Porsche 996. If I can pause on it, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Now we've got comments coming in. Let's see. Here we go. Mike Whiteside says, "Love those wheels. Appreciate that." David from Alaska Railroad saying, "Like that vet, or good-looking vet." And then talking about Miller High Life from that Corvette before. He might have been talking about that Corvette too.
And you can see that. You can see that green Lotus.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Right behind the Porsche there. Yes. They must have a European section or something.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So let's get back to the menu here. Item number 4. This is a crazy 80s backwards Ford pickup truck. It'll all make sense here in a minute when I pull it up, but this is a video that Rob shared with me. And let me see if I can find it. It's Yeah, right here. Let me pull it up. And
the motors
in the back.
Motors in the back.
Yeah.
All right, we just got to Cletus and Cars. We're driving through the pits, and there's a motor in the back of this F-150. Wait a second. The steering wheel's backwards.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of backwards.
What? No way. No way.
I'll be.
Explains the engine in the back front. Oh, I didn't see the wheel turn. All right.
It's
All right. So what's the story behind this contraption?
It is a 85 F-150. Got it for nothing. I was going to scrap it because it had a blown up inline 6.
Yeah.
And a couple of years later with my father-in-law, he always said he wanted to build one of these. And he never had the means to do that. And I always...
build one backwards or one of these trucks?
Build it backwards.
Okay.
Because he said he never saw one before. And I said, well, your daughter seems to be dating a guy. There's a lot of garbage laying around. So I looked him up, and we ended up putting this thing together in like 2 Saturdays. There's under $500 in the whole truck, minus the fuel system that I put on last week, just because it was sitting so long and ran like
No way.
Everything works front to back, but those windshield wipers are the only thing the cops ever had any problems with.
Okay. What was the problem with it?
They knew they had to pull us over.
Okay.
But they didn't exactly know what to give us a ticket for.
I'm sure it's like a red target. Just like, look at this thing driving backwards.
I had a cop tell me one time that was sitting on an overpass that if he could have jumped off the overpass to get to me quicker, he would have. Because he thought I was going backwards. Yeah, so I pulled over 22 times. Up to 22, the only thing was a wiper warning, and we put them on, and it was fine. They worked like garbage. They're there.
Oh, you didn't have them. That's what you got pulled over for.
Yeah. So we were going to put like a whole weather guard toolbox here to cover all this, but then in line of sight, you can't see until about halfway to the next car over there. So we're just kind of free balling with the wipers out, and then we took it to a lot of parades. We used to put a rumble seat back here, but then we got loose the hood. So yeah, it's got a trailer hitch on the front back. Pulled a pontoon boat 3 hours one time to Mississinawa Reservoir.
You had to get so many weird looks with that?
Yeah.
So you're running lights or brake lights back here. I gotta check out the headlights out back, front, back. Yeah. Could use some new tires, I think, but that's fine. Look at the headlights.
Wow.
He's gonna be doing the burnout contest.
Oh, is he? Oh, that's gonna be sick.
This is a lot.
Oh, look at there's the. Yep. All right, let's see the headlights. There we go.
This is a lot of work just to have suicide doors on a pickup truck.
How long have you had it built for?
2004.
Oh, okay, you said 22 times been pulled over. I was wondering how long.
That was all in the first year.
Was it? So the locals have gotten used to it now.
Pretty much every Karen up and down our interstate has called the cops on this thing.
I'm sure.
Because
they don't know what the it is.
Yeah, we made the newspaper. The cops pretty much put out a thing in the newspaper that said, "We're aware of this truck. It's legal. Don't freak out."
Are you serious?
Bad for a while.
So you do the burnout contest?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see that.
I got a 586 gear and about 162 horsepower.
Yeah, that gearing is going to spin up tire quick.
I got the brakes either, so it's I got front brakes only.
Mm-hmm.
We figure it's probably not going back on the road just because it's kind of a different climate in 2021 than 04.
For sure. People are a little more sensitive.
Yeah. I'm not looking for a participation trophy. We're going for first here.
Can I go for a ride?
Yeah,
I got to ride this thing.
Not a lot of leg room, but that's fine.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's not true.
Okay, here we go.
Suicide doors.
This is so ridiculous. What?
This is so weird.
It's very strange because it's even farther out front than you think it is.
Yeah.
why is it choking all of a sudden?
No idea.
There we go.
Rip my cable every time I came.
Oh, no way. What's everybody looking at it? They're like, what the?
Because it's unassuming enough.
Yeah.
Where if it's just parked there, you're like, whatever. All the truck, right?
Yeah, you don't really notice it until you see the engine and wonder, what the?
I have to say, Mike, I think we got gremlins.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever been in anything that's got more attention than this. What's What's the best reaction you've gotten?
The day we took it out, we took it to town, me and my father-in-law, and an old lady right in front of the DeMott Elementary grade school slammed on the brakes, pulled in the grass parking lot, and got out of her car on the phone.
No way.
Calling the police. And that was the first reaction and probably the best.
That's such a weird reaction for people to call the cops.
Well, people running like 50. And,
okay.
You know, that's kind of
reckless and in reverse.
A little.
If people think you're in reverse. I get it.
On the interstate, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
It will do a burnout. So
sure.
We're not really looking to put this thing back on the street ever. Just like I said, it's a different world now. But if I can take this into these stupid shows, maybe pick up a Blueprint engine.
Ooh, yeah.
408.
Nice plug right there.
Take the sponsorships. Come on. It'd be a lot more fun with about another 400 horsepower.
Oh,
Cool.
Man.
So yeah. Go ahead,
you know
Michael.
what?
It's your turn.
I would think the cops could still pull him over. I'm looking at the rear view mirrors.
Oh yeah.
They need to go the other way.
Yeah, they're behind. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you got another lease violation there. You needed to correct that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a magnet for the cops for sure.
Somebody's got too much time on their hands.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
just
ahead, Michael.
wondering how well that thing handles being everything is backwards on it.
Yeah, good question. Go ahead, Virgil.
Well, I was going to say he had a great imagination there, and
yes.
just the to be able to burn out with those looks like the front tires, the rear front, and it looks like it had a 4-wheel steering on it also. When he did that burnout and then just turned the wheel, and it looked like that where the old hood is, it just started turning and spinning there. But I guess there was some spinning up at the front also.
Sure. It's true. It messes with the senses to look at that thing.
Yeah.
For sure. And Rob, this came from Rob, by the way. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, somebody just got too much time on their hands.
Yes.
That's what it took a lot of hours to build that.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
maybe it'd be a new thing that the Ford Corporation may want to introduce.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like that person that built the boat car, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the people that build those boat cars, you know? I've seen a few of them online. So, yeah, it's just like that car there, you know?
Yeah. It's cool to see something different like that.
Yeah, wait, what's going on there? Why is that boat on the highway? Yep.
Virgil, the boat car probably came from the idea from the military, because that's what they were doing with the Jeeps. They were trying to make them into boats and doing this and that with the Jeeps.
Vehicles, yes. I remember those. Well, I don't remember those, but yeah, from World War II, they had those. Oh, we got a couple of comments. Let's take these real quick. Oh, here we go. Our good friends Stacy and Art Fosler from Plattkill, New York said, sorry, we're late. Had to make a YouTube act. Yes, I think it threw them off that we're on YouTube only tonight. Yeah, so I apologize for that, but it's good to have you guys here. Stacy and Art Fosler have been with us, both of these podcasts, the Muscle Car podcast and the Vintage Snowmobile podcast from the very, very beginning, and we very much appreciate that they're here. Also, David from Alaska Railroad says, you know what they say, go forward with Chevy or backward with Ford. He said, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah,
good one.
I was looking for Art and Stacy because we missed them last week.
Yes.
I was like, what's going on? And then I was about to ask you about that. I had it all in my head, like, okay, hold on. Where are they at? Where are their comments at? Haven't seen them on here.
Totally. Yeah, they rarely miss an episode, and we really appreciate that.
Well, so Art and Stacy, just so you know, you were missed last week. It was noticed.
Definitely. Well, cool. So it's item number 5. This is a car show I went to back in 2021 in Florida. I met Larry and Debbie, and they showed us their 1965 Ford Galaxy 500. Let me get that queued up here. Yeah, that's one of the gremlins I'm struggling with tonight. This computer is awfully slow. It takes forever to load the video for us to view here. And here it is, though. Let's take a look. There's loading it, and then there's clicking on it, and then there's waiting for it to play.
Sounds like my computer tonight.
Yeah.
I'm using a laptop.
Yeah, we've got to invest in some Jeopardy music here.
But you got to pay for the copyright?
I probably would, yeah. Oh, and it failed. Let me load it again. This time it should. Well,
We need to maybe we should go to Amzor theme song in that case.
Yes. Or maybe I need to put a little Amzol on the hard drive to speed things up a little.
And that could work.
Lube up the interweb, huh?
Exactly.
This is Larry. Retired, of course. My wife found my 65 Galaxy 500. I seen one 50 years ago. It's a Thunderbird edition. 352, 300 horse, Thunderbird engine, Thunderbird emblems, Thunderbird interior. It's got 39,000 original miles right now. I bought it from Indiana from a Chevy car dealer.
Chevy car dealer. Wow.
A Chevy collector.
Wow.
It's the only Ford he had in his lot. He sold. We got to Indianapolis. He said we could null what I told him I'd pay for it. He said if I didn't want it, it'd be no problem. He'd keep it.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah. Nice.
It's all original interior. It's got the Thunderbird interior, Thunderbird seats. Thunderbird, everything's original in it except for the water pump and fuel pump. Went out when I drove it back.
Sure.
I fixed it.
Nice. So you have memories of these from back in the day. This is why you picked this one?
I had one 50 years ago.
You had one like this 50 years ago?
I read one.
That's
Except
amazing.
it wasn't a Thunderbird edition.
Sure.
It was just a plain Galaxy 500.
Sure.
Resto mod.
Yeah.
450 horse, 390, 4-speed. I put in it. And I went to Vegas with the car.
To Vegas, wow.
Yes. And I got a picture of it at home.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a great cruiser.
Nice.
Even my young wife thinks so too.
Nice. Hey, young wife.
Debbie.
Nice to meet you, Debbie. Cool.
And we enjoy it. And if I do sell it, I want one with a 4-speed.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
It's got a few things it needs, a little headliner and a few other odds and ends.
Yeah.
Paint. But only thing in my thing is wrong with it is it doesn't have a 4-speed. My wife don't think so.
Sure.
Just so you know.
Right.
Everybody knows. But being a retired road driver,
yeah,
that's, nothing like better than a her shifter in an old car.
Oh, yeah. Shifting yourself, squeezing all the power out of it you can.
Right.
What's that now?
That's what I drove for in Wisconsin.
Oh, you drove this for a living?
Here, I'll pick it up for you.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
For being a good boy, no missing days, no wrecks.
Before we move.
You earn this. You don't get this.
So they don't just hand this out to everybody. You've got to have a good record. And
He's got Starliner Whitler. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
One's wrecked. Ford wrecked one of them. And then the other one is not wrecked, and he has both.
Wow.
If you want to.
Wow.
Now this comes like this.
That is cool.
There's only one reason I know about these cars.
Yeah.
Old Hank Robson in Algoma, Wisconsin, where I'm from, he had a pair of these on his shelf. That's why I know. It's for the body shop, for the promotion. For the
Oh,
Ford
like a
dealership.
before and after? Is that what they're trying to do with it?
Before and after.
Wow. So they made it like that.
Right.
Wow. That is cool.
Yeah. I've seen two other people that knew where they were.
Wow.
But otherwise, well, you're talking 1960, 55 years ago, 60 years ago?
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah, no doubt. There's probably one of a handful left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find them.
Sure.
No, not that.
Very cool.
And plus, that was my first car out of high school. It was a 1960 Starliner.
Oh, really? Look at that?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
Oh, look at that.
It was identical to this.
Just like that. Wow.
That was my first car out of high school.
That's amazing.
In 67.
Wow, 67.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know what that thing's worth now?
Quite a lot, I'm sure.
I don't think, if it's all original like this and everything, I don't think you'll touch it for 80,000.
Wow.
And I was told this AMT kit is worth more than probably all of them combined.
Really?
They don't make these no more.
Wow. Oh, yeah, they don't do those. Yeah, the AMTs, yeah.
It's all AMT, all the cheaper versions.
Sure.
This is all detailed and everything on it.
Yeah. That's really cool. Well, cool. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it.
So, yeah, good times meeting Larry and Debbie. And whose turn is it for reaction? Is it Rob's?
Well, he's got a wealth of information to give us. I didn't know that much about the car. I didn't know you can get a Galaxy 500 with all that extra options.
I didn't either.
Yeah, the T-Bird option. Yeah.
And the models he had with him. Does he take them with him all the time to the car shows?
I assume so. Yeah, I
Did he
assume so.
buy them down there at that car show? That's why he had them.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's something he had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like this, the before and after for body shops, to show what they can do to your car.
Yep.
That's pretty clever. But yeah, Virgil?
Yeah, like you guys said, I've never even, I thought maybe he did that with the Thunderbird emblems and things like that. But the way to put that Thunderbird in, the way that people are doing their cars right now is, taking the old school body and putting a new like with I think we seen a Chrysler 300 where they took a new Chrysler 300 and just morphed the body over the top of it, and it had all the interior, all the screen, and all that other stuff in there. So yeah, but to do this way back then, that's like wow.
Yeah, that's true. It's before
cars
its time.
worth some money to be that's probably a one of. Less than that's probably what, a 1 of 20, 1 of 50 maybe, and if how many are still alive?
Good point. Yeah,
I just tried to look it up online right now, one for sale, and I can't find one.
Wow, that's amazing.
They're not even coming up as even not even in existence. It's not coming up.
Wow, that's amazing.
And the Google knows everything, right?
That's right. That's right. The algorithm knows all. Definitely. And Michael?
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at this, I'm saying to myself, I remember that Corvette that I saw in Valley Falls in Cumberland. It had a different grill, and the body was a different year, and the grill was a different year. And I'm like, what the heck year is this car supposed to be?
Crazy, yeah. Oh, and we've got comments coming in. Oh, here we go. Stacy and Art Fosler saying, we were watching last week. I'm just not so tech savvy. Totally understand. But we're glad that you were here.
Yes.
Well, cool. Oh, and Kevin Culhane, our good friend Kevin Culhane, says just insert a nice lumpy cam motor idling for the delay. Yeah. That would sound amazing. And then David, it'll ask, he's saying maybe instead of the Jeopardy music, that way I wouldn't get the copyright strike. That's not a bad idea. Get the Lopi cam to play.
Oh yes.
Yeah, just kind of to bide the time while the videos are loading. That's a great idea, Kevin. And then, here, David from Alaska Railroad says, awesome semi. He's talking about the model that was in that truck. Printed on the side is La Crosse. That's 30 miles south of me. Very nice.
Oh.
So let me see if I can find that, just so we can pop that on the screen one last time.
I was just thinking, I have a whole mess of music here. And it's music for Chevrolet, for the new Impala, and El Camino. It's advertisements for the old cars. So I'm wondering if sometime we could do something with that at some point.
Good idea. Yeah, let's talk about that offline. We could do something on that for sure. And yeah, so this guy did say he was from Wisconsin, and I know David from Alaska Railroad is as well. So that's cool to see the reference there to Wisconsin. Very, very cool. Well, cool. And I guess my only comment on this is it was great meeting them. It's a great interview and everything. The only thing, it's a love-hate thing when I go to these car shows and they've got the music going real loud. I love the music. It's all my generation's music and I love it. But trying to interview someone with that, and then also, we'll definitely end up with a copyright strike with those well-known songs and everything. But, just what are you going to do,
It's not your fault. You just have to be there and you want to talk to them, and it just has to be the music's playing in the background. You got no control over that.
True. At least it's good music. I love that. Oh, and I have one other quick thing. When I was at that car show, what's that song? Oh, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights was playing just as loud as that. And I'm walking around and I'm looking at people my age. They're all kind of doing this to it and singing along to it. And then there's young kids, teenagers, who this song is about. And they're completely oblivious to what's going on in that song. And it's like, this song is about teenagers. This is, you know, this is a cautionary tale for you. You should be listening to this. You know, if you listen to the lyrics of, you know, Dashboard by the Dashboard Lights, or Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, it's a cautionary tale for teenagers everywhere. But that's not why we're here today.
No.
We're here for a look at the history of the Dodge Little Red Express pickup truck. Take me just a moment to pull this up here.
And we were just talking about this not too long ago, trying to find out more about these trucks. The little black Midnight Express, and then the little red one.
Yes, and we're going to have most of our questions answered here. Oh, and I clicked the wrong button, and now it's not letting me do anything. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. History of the Little Red Express. All right, get your popcorn ready, and let's take a look at this history.
All right.
In 1977, Dodge truck showed off a Dodge Warlock, a pickup with fat tires, bucket seats, and wood trim. The Lil Red truck was to be the Red Warlock, but the name changed sometime between conception and its launch. Dodge released the Lil Red Express truck in 1978. It was one of the most unique Dodge trucks that had ever been produced. The Lil Red Express was not only a real looker, but these trucks were also real performers also. In 1978, the Dodge Lil Red Express was the fastest American-made vehicle from 0 to 100 miles per hour as tested by Car and Driver magazine. Because of a loophole in the emissions regulations, the 1978 Dodge Lil Red Express trucks did not have catalytic converters. What the Lil Red Express did have was a special high-performance 360 cubic inch small block, which was a modified version of the 360 police engine producing 225 horsepower. The package also included Hemi-style muffler for the crossover pipe breathing through 2 chrome stacks located behind the cab, a special 727 transmission and rear gearing. Lil Red Express trucks interiors were available with a standard bench seat in red or black or with optional buckets, and some used the tough steering wheel. The Dodge Lil Red Express truck was a hit with the public. 2,188 were produced in 1978. With the success of the 1978 Dodge Lil Red Express truck, production in 1979 was increased to 5,118. Most of the features remained unchanged for 1979, however there were some changes which included a catalytic converter, unleaded gas, and an 85 miles per hour speedometer. The most noticeable changes on the 1979 editions was the new flat hood and dual square headlights replacing the round versions of the 1978.
Wow.
And there you have it.
And that's a nice and fast explanation.
Definitely. And I sped that up too in the interest of time because we're running out of time. But yeah, as far as myself, it answered an awful lot of questions. What do you guys think? Did that answer any questions?
Oh, yeah. It's just that it needs to be slowed down a little bit so I could catch up with, you know, catching every little thing in it.
Yeah. Well, what I got from the video is you want the first edition, so no catalytic converters.
Exactly. Well, hey, you can always get a mail truck, and you can get one without the catalytic converters. That's what the mail trucks all run on without them.
Yeah.
That's wild. Cool. And Rob?
Yeah, that's great information for us.
Yes. Oh, and if anyone is curious about this video or the other video clip we looked at online with the backward Ford pickup, links in the description if you want to go back to the original video, the actual video, for a second look at that. Now, back to the menu here. We're going to do item number 7, and we're going to do number 8 another time because just we're running out of time. But item number 7 is a 1967 Pontiac Le Mans for sale by B&B Auto Sales. And this is a sweet car. Let's take a look here.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
Oh. We got to make sure my cousin's looking at this.
Definitely. And it's taking a moment to load, but here it comes. Stand back, everyone. Stand back further.
Master, we don't get run over.
That's right. Here we go.
Hi, this is Dirk from B&B Auto Sales. Today we're going to kind of show you a time capsule. 67 Pontiac Le Mans, 45,000 miles on it. Don't have an odometer statement, but I do have some receipts to back it up from the 80s and 90s, and then also have the original sales ticket from the Pontiac dealer in Billings. It shows it's the same person that owned it, so pretty cool. There you can see some rock chips, and that's how you can see. I couldn't find any paint lines, you know, on an edge on a door or anything that shows it's been painted, so most likely is original paint. So you can see a few chips here and there, like there's a touch-up right there. That's what you're going to see, is mainly some touch-ups, little chips, but that's originality. I mean, the car's 50 years old. Interior appears to be all original. Headliner in good shape, dash in good shape. doors. Another way that I believe this is all is how the doors shut. And I washed the car with a power sprayer and it didn't leak. And most of these old cars that have had new weather strip and have been restored on these two-door hardtops, you can't keep the water from not dripping in there. So, as far as I can tell, this is an original car, original paint, original miles. There's a sticker from the Pontiac dealer in Billings. Said this will be a neat one to buy, show in the original class if you want to show it, and just the conversation piece of the history of the car is just unbelievable. So, a few chips, didn't see any rust. If you look at the picture underneath, like see here, that chipped up here at one time, must have caught the fender. So with this gap here, I ain't gonna say that this hasn't had some work done at one time. I couldn't find any paint lines on the fender, but that gap's not very good. So try to be full disclosure. This would be a cool car to show in the original class because it is pretty original. So like I said, I don't see anything that says everything isn't. So any questions? 605-695-7391.
Yes, thank you so much to B&B Auto Sales for that cool footage. And, you know, I'm at a loss of whose turn it is for first reaction. Do you guys know? Go ahead, Michael.
I'll just make it quick and easy. Beautiful car. And if you want to get with something that's, you know, reasonable and needs a little minor touch-ups here and there, this is perfect. I mean, the interior, he's saying it's a good interior. And I'm looking at the interior. That don't look good to me. That looks like pristine.
It does.
I mean, I don't know why he says good and why not just say fantastic, because that interior is in fantastic shape.
That does look nice for sure. For sure. And Rob?
A friend of mine bought a car like this for his 18-year-old child. Because if he would have bought his child a Mustang, it was going to be like $5,000 for insurance. Something like this was only like $400 a year, because they figure somebody's going to buy a car like this, going to look after it more.
Good point.
Yeah, it's a good investment, and it's a good car to go and put in a classic car show.
So you're telling me that me and my girlfriend, maybe we should get a Monte Carlo then?
There we go.
If you phone your insurance company, look at the prices. It's really reasonable.
It's just a fine one for a good price that you can afford.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's something that's not going to go down in value.
True. And Virgil?
No, man, this car it's amazing. That gold interior, like you say, I looked it up online, and that, like Michael Delage said, that interior is perfect.
Yeah.
That gold, oh man, I couldn't see any rips. All the seat belts, everything just rolls perfectly, and yeah, just a great car, great car.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. We have come to the time of the night where it's time to wind it down. I appreciate everyone coming on. Oh, we've got a comment that's come in. Let's see. David from Alaska Railroad says, I always thought it was cool of Dodge to produce a truck like that. No one else did that, talking about that little red Express.
Right. And
yeah.
Are we going to be doing the Midnight Express one version of it at some point if we could find video?
I'm not familiar with that. Tell me about that.
That one is basically the same thing. It's just that it's all black. It's called the Midnight Express.
I do
have a couple pictures on some.
Yes, yeah. Please find those. That would make for a cool thing.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, cool. Real quick, around the clock here, clockwise. Michael, Rob, and Virgil. Closing comments, real quick. Michael.
Well, I want to wish everybody a good night. I'm happy to see you back, Rob, and able to talk and really fully participate.
I'm going to pass on the comment because I'm going to start coughing.
Gotcha. Well, it's good to have you back, Rob. Go ahead, Virgil.
Good to have you back, Rob. That take away my talking time. Hey, I like taking your talking time, but hey, welcome back, man. You know, it was rough between me and Michael trying to figure out add in more words that that you can do here. Only
right.
You can do. So welcome back, man. Thank you for
Definitely.
coming back. I'm glad you got your voice.
Yes, it's not the same without you, Rob. Well, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And with
welcome.
that in mind, that's a perfect segue. Our final word always goes to AMSOIL, which, tying that in with Rob and AMSOIL. Let's see what I did there. But yes. So yes, have a good evening, everyone. And the last word, as always, goes to AMSOIL. Take it easy, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about AMSOIL. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever try petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So AMSOIL is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running AMSOIL than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer. You save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to a product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil, and you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name, and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL preferred customer program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product. Perfect.
Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL is a fun business. AMSOIL has been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.